Welcome to That's Base. Happy Monday. I'm your host, as always, reporting from somewhere underground. We're laughing our way through the end of days. I'm Caleb Salvatore, here brought to you by Outlaw Streamers and our sponsors over at Blood of Tyrants Wines. Head over to drinkbloodofTyrants.com, promo code BASED, B-A-S-E-D. Like the title of the show, it's going to save you 10% off your order at the checkout. drinkbloodofTyrants.com, promo code BASED, B-A-S-E-D. Like the title of the show, will save you 10% off your order at the checkout. They got 2 types of wine and an energy drink. You don't want to miss out on those deals. New year, new you, and we all know the new you wants to drink a little bit more. We all know your New Year's, everyone listening to this, your New Year's resolution was, I want to be more of an alkie, and I think this is the way to do it, is to help make me a little bit of money in the process. So drinkbloodofTyrants.com, promo code BASED, B-A-S-E-D, like the title of the show. It's going to save you 10% off your order at the checkout. It was made by the guy who brought in the noose on January 6th for Mike Pence. No, I'm kidding. That part wasn't true. I bet he thinks that guy's pretty cool, though. I bet the founder does. Okay. Stockholm Mia, the red face of white supremacy, is here with us, as always. How are you doing on this fine Monday morning?
Tired, probably.
Yeah, probably pretty tired, because we're pre-taping this Sunday night. That's fine, though. You all know the drill. You know how this works. We just got off the verbal assault roast battles, and it was, would you say it was a good time? I think it was a good time. We raised over $740 just in cash. That's not including Venmo donations. If you want to donate, go to the That's Based with Caleb Salvatore Facebook group. We'll have Mia's Venmo on there. You can send even more money. If you couldn't make it, or you're out of state, whatever, and wanted to donate money to a great cause, we're still accepting donations. Like I said, over $740 just in cash. And obviously, we raised money for a great cause, and that's the important part. But it does warm my heart just a little bit to know that we nearly doubled the tranny surgery they were raising money for at that other show. Isn't that kind of like a solid consolation prize as well? Like a little add-on. It's like, yeah, we won, because I'm naturally a competitor. But no, it was a good cause. I appreciate everyone for coming out. You all did a very good thing. So thank you for that. Do you have anything you want to say about these stories here before we hop into it?
Not about the stories, but I mean, literally, if you could donate just $1.
Yes.
Like anything would be. Did you say what it was for?
Yeah, we said it on the last show, but we'll say it again. You tell them.
So the money is going towards kids on the reservation for
her tribes.
The Omaha tribe. So it was supposed to go last month for Christmas. Show got delayed though, so
ice storms.
Little bit late. But it's gonna go for the kids on the reservation. Like I said, literally $1. Anything helps. Yeah. It'll add up.
Someone donated 46 cents.
Yeah.
It wasn't like an insulting thing. It was literally, this is all the change in my pocket thing. You know what I mean? So what were you saying?
No, I mean, just saying, please. Not like out on the streets begging, but it truly goes towards a good cause.
Yes, it does. And it goes straight to a cause, because that's when we do these shows, we make sure that we can actually get the money directly to the people who are affected. So we don't do, we're going to raise money for UNICEF. We're going to raise money for what? No, we don't do that. We find people who directly need our help, and we get the money to them, whether that be somebody who's struggling from, a natural disaster in the area, someone whose kid's sick, or in this case, Christmas presents for kids on the reservation. We have some contacts up there that we were able to get the money straight to them. So we try to do that. I don't want to pad the pocket of some CEO or anything like that. I'm not trying to pay corporate overhead fees for a foundation. I understand those places serve their purpose. That's not what I'm doing. If you want to donate to those, so be it. Just not what I'm in the business of. So we really appreciate what you guys did there. We raised a bunch of money just by me shaming and guilting the audience. Seriously, like an absurd amount of money was raised just from me shaming the audience into going and throwing their money into that jar. So no, I definitely appreciate it. I was able to pay our headliner too, and donate a ton of money to that. So I definitely, you guys did a great job. We really, like she said, what's your Venmo? Do you have, how can they send you money?
Yeah, let me pull up.
And we will be getting an invoice for this. So we're not, anyone who requests it, I'll provide the invoice showing the money was actually donated. So it's not, we're not running a scam here. You guys know me. That's not what I'm about.
My Venmo is me. It's just at Mia Schrader. MIA.
Sorry.
It's MIASCHROEDER.
Yep. So you can send the money there. Like she said, even $1 helps. We're going to be doing this. We're going to be doing the fundraiser for this through the end of the month. So we'll be accepting money. So go ahead and do that if you want to.
Even if it's beyond the end of the month, if you can't right now and afterwards you're like, I can donate something. If you're a little tight right now and you can't, but you can next month, send it over.
Yeah.
Still appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, they'll have more money next month when Trump takes office anyway. So that's probably what a lot of them are banking on. So, okay. All right. Well, that's enough of the feel good stuff. Now I get to be an asshole again, which is the whole point of this show. Okay. Let's which one should I do first? Does it matter?
No, they're all pretty good this week.
There's no shit.
No shit this
No
week.
incest. You got to think about it. Because there's usually one of those two things is on here.
No shit, no incest.
Okay.
Neither one of those.
What the hell is this? All right. Boyfriend cocked his gun in church. Okay. She says, I don't know any of the right terminology, so bear with me. Yeah, what she's looking for here is chambered a round. Cocked his gun is like a movie. Like, you can say that, but that's, and people know what you mean, but he chambered a round. For those of you technicalists that are listening to the show. Said, my boyfriend has a habit, which can be good or bad, of getting super invested in whatever hobby or interest he has at the moment. Anyway, he recently got his CCW, concealed carry permit, and he's been making comments about the fact that he's carrying in each... Oh, does this sound like a guy we know? Does this sound like a who lets everyone know he's carrying a firearm? Does this sound like anybody we know? Don't say their name on the air. Says, anyway, he recently got his CCW permit, and he's been making comments about the fact that he's carrying any chance he gets. About a week ago, there was some lady arguing with an employee about a fast food place, and he loudly stated, thank God I carry a gun everywhere. What a jackass. Which not only made me uncomfortable, but seems to defeat the purpose of concealing a gun. Yes, it does. Today, he took it to a new level, though. Right after... There's no way this is real. There's no way this happened. There's no way. Today he took it to a new level. Right after a prayer in church this morning, he stands up and pulls his gun out of his waistband, cocks it, and slides it back in. Everyone in the congregation is standing. I mean, honestly, at our church, he probably would have gotten shot doing that. Just pulling a gun out in the middle of... I mean, listen, I know for a fact that he... despite what the law says in this state, I know for a fact that someone who did that would not have... they would have left the place on a stretcher at our church. I'll just say I have it on good authority. Everyone in the congregation is staring at us now, and I've never been so... Why would he do that? I'm trying to think of any... Did he see something that he thought was like a... Like, why on earth would he do this? What possessed him to do this? Did he see, like, he thought was a threat and was like, oh, shit, never mind? When I asked him about it and told him to never do anything like that near me again, he said something along the lines that he'd rather be judged by the entire church than carried by 6 of them at his funeral. Is this normal? But this is a troll. There's no way this is real. There's no way this is real. I refuse to believe it. Okay, no, so the saying is I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6, which is to justify illegally carrying a firearm in gun-free zones, which I have never done in my entire life. Ever. I always leave my gun at home if I'm going to a gun-free zone or a state where my concealed carry permit is not valid. Always, and you should too.
I could see it being real. Just because I can see myself writing something, not about, like, not because of the way you are, but, like, just the way she's like, I don't really know what this is.
Yeah, that's true.
I can see a girl writing something like that.
Let me look at the way this is worded, because I'm wondering if this was written by a gun guy, because this is in a gun group. So I'm wondering if he's fucking with other gun guys. I'm torn. I don't know if this is real or not.
I can see it being real.
Your boyfriend's a jackass who gives gun owners a bad name. Like, we all agree on this. If this is real. I'm someone who carries a firearm everywhere I go where it's legally allowed, but your boyfriend's a jackass. He's the type of person who should not be carrying a firearm around. I honestly think what he probably needs, if this is real, is he needs to sit down. I know the liberals will be like, he shouldn't have a gun, blah, blah. No, your boyfriend's a cocky asshole. And what he actually needs is he needs to be sat down and grilled by guys who are really, really, really into guns. Because I'm telling you right now, I know those types of guys, and there's none of them that would ever stand for this type of behavior. I mean, this shit would get shut down immediately if he tried this around any of them. I think what your boyfriend actually needs to do is join a gun club or go to a class or something like that your local gun range teaches, anything. And this shit will get nipped in the bud immediately. This is probably how this ends. I'm all for anybody having a gun that wants to, but do not act like a jackass, because that bullshit is the kind of stuff that gives the rest of us a bad name, and it's what's going to end up getting concealed carry banned. So yeah, your boyfriend's an ass. No, to answer your final question, this is not normal behavior. I don't know why he felt that he was going to be carried by 6 of the church members at his funeral, what he saw, why he felt the need to show it off, but no. Your boyfriend's a jackass, and I don't know, you should probably break up with him if you want me to be completely honest, just because, not even over the gun thing, I'm sure he is obnoxious altogether. Okay, let's go to the next one here. Am I the asshole because I'm not giving my baby stuff to a pregnant coworker? I'm 20, I recently had a beautiful baby girl. I just returned to work after taking 2 months of maternity leave and found out that one of my coworkers who's 18 found out she was pregnant a few weeks ago. Wow, is this in like Compton or something like this? Where does she work? Says I congratulated her, and then she asked me if I would give her all the baby stuff that we'll have stopped using by the time her baby's born. I told her no, and she absolutely freaked out on me. One of the points she made is how it's super unfair because most of our coworkers are past the point of having kids or grandkids, and gave my husband and I a lot of their old baby stuff, and now there's nothing left for her, so I should share. Not how it works, you communist bitch. I told her that's not how it works. She didn't call her a communist bitch, though. She should have. And most of these people consider my husband. Why does she just keep saying most of the? So the author is saying most of these people consider husband and I. I hate when people do that and they drop the word my. Just say my husband. It's weird when you just say husband. Nobody goes, people consider brother and I. People consider, his name is not husband. His name is not brother. Her name is not mother, my husband, my brother. It's a pet peeve of mine. Stop fucking doing it. Says, my husband and I, because Mill, I don't know who Mill is. That must be the girl.
Mother-in-law.
Oh, mother-in-law. Okay. Has worked with them for 5+ years, and we've been working here for a long while as well, compared to her 3 months. And from what I've heard, she doesn't come in half the time, nor does she actually interact with anyone. I also explained that we're planning on having at least one more kid, maybe 2, so we want to keep everything we can and keep it in storage, and it's needed later versus buying it all brand new. She said she needs them now, and that's more important than a hypothetical kid. So she's just so she's entitled to your property is basically the argument here. This is this boils down to communism versus free markets, which we get into often on this show. And spoiler alert: the communists are always wrong. You guys always starve to death or just lose. It's great, actually. Since I took offense to that and told her that I said no, she won't change my mind and walked away. Since that conversation, I've had several people approach me telling me she's bad-mouthing me to others and seeing and even saying, I hope that I am hoping she loses her baby. Luckily, everyone knows me and knows I would never even think something like that, but it's starting to make me feel guilty. I do know how expensive baby stuff is, and I did get lucky having so many people to help. Am I in the wrong here? No, you're not in the wrong. You don't owe anyone your own shit. It's your property. If you're planning on having a kid, if you're planning on hanging it up as a decoration, if you're planning on, keep it, it doesn't fucking matter. It's not her business because it's not her shit. She's totally within her rights to ask you for it. Hey, new baby, financially struggling a little bit. Can I get some help? But that's it. Her right is to ask you for the stuff. She has no right to own the stuff, to take it from you, to demand you give it to her. Am I out of line here?
Honestly, I wouldn't even ask.
I can see asking. Hey, we're having a baby. Any donations, anything? Yeah.
I can see it's reasonable to ask her, be like, hey.
It was an 18-year-old mom, probably didn't have a lot of money.
Yeah, I can see it's reasonable to ask, but like, I don't know. I personally wouldn't ask.
But to freak out and go around defaming someone, and it, I mean, you're talking.
Especially saying she thinks she said that she
wants her baby to die. Yeah, I mean, you could get not just fired for that, but sued. You're trying to take away someone's livelihood by doing that. I mean, saying that if somebody really said something that horrible to you in the workplace, they would absolutely and should get fired for it. So to go around and spread rumors like that to something that could cost a new mother her income is despicable. I mean, this is a crazy person. Who would have thought that an 18-year-old's expecting mother was maybe a little unstable? I always thought they were the ones that had their shit together, the teenage moms, right? I guess I was wrong. No, you are not the asshole here. Okay, last one. Facebook says, we're at Disney for a quick 3-day trial. I always love, is this a Disney adult or is this a Disney mom who's got a healthy sense of entitlement? Which one?
It's a Disney adult.
Disney adult. That's the bottom of the barrel of humanity.
It's an entitled Disney adult.
Oh, they usually are. Tell me, who's worse, Disney adults or Crystal girls? Which one's lower on the totem pole?
Disney adults, because they should be, because they're adults and Disney's for kids. They should not be obsessed with Disney.
Hypothetical question. Alternate universe, different timeline. This guy named Adolf Hitler rolls around, writes this book called Mein Kampf, but instead of the word Jews, he uses Disney adults. Do you purchase an autographed copy?
Yes.
Yes. Well, so do I. Okay. Glad we're on the same road. It's one thing to like Disney. When I say Disney adults, I'm not talking adults who enjoy Disney's content, right? We want to clarify that, right? You can be an adult and like the shit they make. I don't have my grandma loves Cinderella. She's got like Cinderella decorations, like little glass figurines. We're not talking about people that have a casual interest or hobby and maybe they've got a few collectibles around the house. A Disney adult's a specific person. Mm-hmm. What's that?
I was saying, that's not it. Like, I mean, I like Frozen. I'll watch Frozen.
Yeah.
That's not like a Disney.
No, these are the losers that are 31 years old and spend thousands of dollars at Disney, hog up the lines because that children should be going on these rides into these attractions, but they hog the lines up. They gorge themselves with the garbage, overpriced food. They just absolutely reek, too. They're usually about 150 pounds overweight. Pronouns in the bio, almost always a must for the Disney adults. They are the bottom of the barrel. Their whole personality is the fact that they never grew up out of their childhood. That's really what it boils down to, is these are forever children. I'd wager to say about 3/4 of them are teachers. These are forever children, though. They never grew up. They've latched on to these juvenile obsessions that they had and decided, and honestly, most of these people are probably more obsessed with Disney as adults than they ever were as children. They decided to supplement their lack of a personality with Disney movies. Absolute scum of the earth.
Have you seen the TikToks of people doing like meet and greets with characters and crying?
perfect example of a Disney adult. I have not seen those, but I know they exist because that sounds right to me. Oh my God. And you know that the Mexican guy that doesn't speak any English in the Mickey costume is like, gay? It's like... Okay, let's go to the story here. So please be kind about our situation as we're still working through to find the best solutions. Well, I guess I can't read this because I'm probably not going to be very kind about the situation. So story time. We're at Disney for a quick 3-day trip. A group of three with 2 young adults and 1 senior. The senior has been coming to Disney since they were a little girl. This is the Disney adult elder, the final boss of Disney adults. They're a little girl, and needless to say, they are diehard for Mickey and Minnie Mouse. I hope they die hard of a heat stroke. It's amidst the crazy day we landed a spot at Chef Mickey's at the. There's no fucking adult on this planet that doesn't have some type of developmental disability that should ever use the words, we landed a spot at Chef Mickey's at the Contemporary.
Unless they are excited because they got it with their kids.
That's what I'm saying. There's no adult without children. Thank you for clarifying. I meant to say that in my rant, but I got so angry I forgot to. Yes, with your children, that's fine. We landed a spot at Chef Mickey's at the Contemporary. It's like, hey, I managed to land some reservations at Fleming's for my wife and I for our anniversary. What a score, right? Chef Mickey's. You piece of shit. I fucking hate you. Oh my God. The characters came around and said their hellos. And I'm surprised you guys didn't like fucking spontaneously orgasm and the senior didn't have a fucking heart attack. The senior age member of my group told Goofy, I'm going to pinch your rear. So we're sexually harassing the cartoon dog now. I'm going to pinch your rear, and pinches the character's backside. We laughed. It was over, and Goofy went away. An experienced manager came up and explained the inappropriateness of the situation. He warned the consequences, stating he would have to call security, and he doesn't want to do that. Just please treat the characters with dignity and respect. What a concept. What a concept. That guy who's at risk of a heat stroke for $8.50 an hour doesn't want to be sexually harassed by some old bag that never had kids. Oh, wow, what a surprise. All in complete agreement, the butt pincher apologized and said it wouldn't happen again and admitted to taking it too far. We stayed there, had dessert, and left to go elsewhere. When we returned to Disney Resort, we went to get into our room and were locked out. We went to the lobby to check on it, and they wouldn't let us inside with no clue what was happening. We thought it was a problem on the resort's end. We waited until allowed in, and the security guards began to show up. Long story short, the Chef Mickey's manager went against his word, and the quote-unquote butt pincher was issued a trespassing violation and is banned from Disney property. You know this woman's going to go home and stick a gun in her mouth, right? Like, you know that's how this ends. Just got banned from Disney, right? This is like if Michaela Cavanaugh got banned from Golden Corral level serious for this person, you know? Says, in agreement with the inappropriateness and in total understanding of the situation, we were all very shocked by the outcome. Now, not sure if this is something we should fight or just take it and turn the other way. I think the manager was wrong for communicating a warning to us and then turning around and issuing a formal statement. A butt pinch is not appropriate, but needless to say, she's been coming to Disney for 50 plus years and pinched many of butts without violation of policy. Oh, so she's harassed everybody for 50 years. This menace finally got what was coming to her. No, she's not a creep, just a funny old lady. I beg to differ. Opinion of what to do next. Yeah, I have an opinion. It's called Suicide Pact. That's what my opinion of what you should do next is, because that's the only thing you can do to improve the lives of everybody around you. That's my opinion. 2 words, Suicide Pact. I've been sexually harassing cartoon characters for decades. What a thing to brag about. I mean, now, I will agree, the manager, if this is really what happened, And I'm not going to take them at their word for it because they're Disney adults whom I have no respect for. But in a scenario where this is really what happened and the manager said, you know, if it happens again, we're going to ban you and then turn around and ban you, I would agree that's a shitty thing to do.
So I was looking at the comments for this, and a lot of people were saying what probably happened is he was like a supervisor or whatever, and then
the actual manager.
And then like a higher up talked to they call them actors, talked to the actor for Goofy and asked him like how he felt. And at that point is when they banned.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. She made it seem like it was the whole manager, not like the manager of the store, not just like shift supervisor, head waitress or whatever.
Or it could have also been the manager. And then they talked to like afterwards when they talked to Goofy. When they talked to Goofy,
yes. I got sexually harassed. I don't know the Goofy voice. I haven't watched
because
that
I think a lot of people were saying that like at the time when it happened or like afterwards, the actor like probably expressed afterwards like how upset it, which I mean, like, wouldn't you be upset? Someone came and pinched your butt.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like how uncomfortable it made him feel.
Well, would I be upset? I work in the nightlife, my love. I get sexually harassed by old women all the time. Yes, I do. It is not a fun time. I get it. It's not cool. You are the asshole here, not even for what happened, guys. You're the asshole for being the way, for being Disney adults. I love it. They've been coming here for 50 years. As if Disney World needs this old bag's money. Believe me, I'm sure she spends an embarrassing amount of money on this. But there's no way in hell that it's enough for them to give a damn. Somebody else is going to come in that isn't going to sexually harass the staff. And you want to know what, though? You want to know the best part about this? She's still going to buy... She's going to take this money. I already know how this is going to work. The money she's going to save not going to Disney, she's going to take this money and spend it on other Disney products. Merchandise, clothing, DVDs, whatever the case may be. She's going to continue to spend this money to funnel this money back to the former Nazi money laundering scheme from the 40s that is Disney, which is that's what Disney really is. Do you know Hitler toured Disney World? He got a personal tour from Walt Disney himself. Do you think Walt Disney's head is frozen in the park?
I do. Not in the park, but
they always say it's in the park. I feel like it'd be frozen in a lab, not in the park.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's in the park. I think it's in a lab somewhere.
Yeah. Do you ever watch some of those old Disney cartoons, like Song of the South?
No.
And it's like, listen, you guys know I'm not one of those people that gets easily offended or thinks shit's racist, but holy crap, some of the stuff they pitch to kids on the old Disney shows. You wonder why the boomers are all so racist. I mean, it's all right there. It's the same reason that, I mean, the boomers are all so racist for the same reason that Gen Z's a bunch of fags, because they've just been indoctrinated with this propaganda since they were children in the cartoons they watched. It's the exact same thing there. Just force-fed this crap. That was Disney. Disney did it to the boomers with racism back in the 1950s, and they're doing it to the Gen Z and Gen Alpha kids with faggotry nowadays. So anyway, that has been our show. Do you want to plug your Venmo one more time so they can send you money?
Yes.
Send her money for the kids on the reservation. We're raising money. Again, like I said, we will get invoices for this so you guys can all know that all your money went to the right place. So.
Yes, my Venmo is just my first and last name, Mia Schrader, MIASCHROEDER.
Yes, and you can send that to her, even if it's just $1. Every bit counts. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you. We got WTF Wednesdays coming up this Wednesday. We're going to be talking to aliens. I'm sure something with the Loch Ness Monster. Bigfoot, ghosts, all the paranormal, spooky shit. We'll see you then. Cheat on your taxes, not your spouse. And you know the drill. Stay based.